time 20, I have another game that you and your parents can play together at home to help you practice your math facts. This game is called Does This Make Sense? Now, in Does This Make Sense? The point is not actually calculating the answer to these problems. Believe it or not, we're going to try to find the wrong answers first, simply by using our common sense and asking ourselves the question, does this make sense? Now, parents, it's important that when you play this game with your kids, you try to stop them from counting on their fingers or calculating the answer before they eliminate the wrong one. There are going to be some pretty obvious wrong answers first that they should be able to eliminate without any calculations whatsoever. Let's take a look at 17 plus 3. Now, I have some choices in front of me. And before I even calculate what 17 plus 3 is, I can eliminate a few of them right away. First of all, I know that 109 is way too big of an answer for 17 plus 3. I'm going to eliminate it. The same goes for 55. That's also way too big. Now these other answers are much closer, but I see one that I can eliminate. In addition, numbers tend to get bigger. This number, 16, is smaller than one of the add-ins, 17. I know that 17 is not going to get smaller by adding more to it, so I'm going to cross 16 off as a choice. This leaves me with two more sensible answers. I know that 20 is the correct answer because 7 and 3 are 10's friends. And when I make 10, there's a 0 in the ones place. There you have it. I didn't do any calculations, but I've eliminated everything but the correct answer. So I know that 17 plus 3 is 20. Here we have another fact. 1,000 minus 1,000. Again, before I do any calculations, I can see quite a few facts that I can eliminate. First of all, whenever I do something to a fact, it's going to change. So the fact that it would stay the same as 1,000 just does not make sense to me. I'm going to cross that one off. I also know that it wouldn't end up being 54 or 14 or 8 because these numbers do not end in 0. When I have numbers that end in 0 both times, there's going to be a 0 in the ones place in the answer as well. Finally, I know that 0 is the correct answer because whenever I take all of something away, it's going to leave nothing left. 0 is the answer that makes sense. Let's take a look at 20 minus 15. Now, again, when I think of what happens with addition and subtraction, that will help me think about the answers that make sense. I know when I'm subtracting numbers, 20 is going to get smaller because I'm taking things away from it. So I see some numbers that are bigger than 20, like 99, and 21, and 78. I know that those numbers simply don't make sense because 20 cannot get bigger when I subtract. Now I need to choose between 5 and 10. Well, I know the fact in my head that 10 plus 10 is 20. I'm not taking 10 away from 20, am I? So that cannot leave 10 behind. That leaves me with the answer of 5. 20 minus 15 is 5. That is the answer that makes sense. Again, the point of this game is not to practice mental math strategies. It's to practice reasoning and checking answers and problem solving.